Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and yeah, this is 2 days in a row of Judy. Did y'all miss her? Well, if you missed her yesterday, go make sure to watch that video from yesterday too. But here she is again today. You're getting 2 doses of Judy in 1 week, which honestly is kind of a gift because if you missed my video yesterday, I also gave a little tiny PSA that I will be traveling this weekend. Actually, well, not technically starting tonight. My flight's tomorrow, okay, but tonight I have a whole bunch of other stuff I have to do. So it's very likely you won't get any more videos from me until... Now, why is this big ass truck out here trying to interrupt my PSA? It's very likely you won't get any more videos from me over here until next Monday. I am gonna try to get my stream uploaded to my third channel, but also no promises there. I've just been crazy. And if you don't know what I'm talking about by third channel, I do now have 3 channels. I have this one, a gaming channel that I only post on occasionally, and then a channel where I'm uploading my reactions that I do on Twitch streams. So if you want to go check those out, check all of that out. I'm so sorry for all the PSAs. I just want to make sure that people know that that's a whole different channel, because I got some comments on there that were people that seemed to think that that was my main channel, because like people are like, where did all your videos go, Zach? And I'm like, all my videos are still on my regular channel. And then I got some comments over here that were like, oh my god, you gave us 2 videos in 1 day. And I'm like, well, I guess technically, but also no. Like, I'm just always gonna upload on that channel the day after, you know? So I just don't want people to be confused, and that was like one of my big worries about making another channel. So if you're confused, please just ask questions and I'll do my best to answer, because I don't want anybody confused. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Also, my hair's like a little wet because I did in fact take a shower today. Okay, wait, too much talking. I haven't even said what we're here to do today, which is to react to Amberlynn'S latest video over here. I am quite intrigued by the title of the video, although I have to believe that some parts of it are clickbait at best. You know, I haven't watched anything yet. I will say I noticed that she had posted a new video while I was live streaming on Twitch last night, and we talked about the title a little bit, and some people have some theories about what it could be. I mean, like, this was literally in the moment that people were giving theories. I'm sure those people have gone and watched the video now and know what it's about. But let me just read this title for you and then we can talk. All right, it's Goodbye Heartbreak Era and New Era Incoming. I had to buy 2 plane tickets and declutter with me. Bar vlog. And the part that people were speculating on the most was that, well, I will say one person in particular was speculating that the part about buying 2 plane tickets might actually refer to some old story she's told before on her channel, where she went somewhere and had to buy 2 plane tickets. I don't really remember that story, but allegedly maybe there is a story like that somewhere on the internet. I find it hard to believe that she's gonna physically fly somewhere, just because we haven't really seen her even leave her home. So I don't really know what that's about, especially also because that was a big part of like the breakup with Wifey, is that like, well, and with Becky, I mean, honestly, for being honest, was that she couldn't travel places, you know what I'm saying? And I'm skeptical that a new era is incoming, but if she's prepared to stop talking about this breakup, then I'll take it. So anyways, let me shut the fuck up. Let me shut the fuck up. And let's get to, shall we?
Hey guys, welcome to the video. So I had my psychologist appointment today and I totally forgot. So
yes.
For Feline reminding me. Love that. I usually don't forget things like this, and I've known the whole week that I had this appointment, but for some reason I woke up today and I just forgot. So
stunning. What are you gonna do when there's not somebody here to remind you that you have appointments? I'm also just like, girl, what else do you have going on that you can't remember these appointments? Although I will say she remembered it, I don't know, I feel like one of her last videos was just her talking about going to this psychologist appointment or whatever, so I'll give it to you. I sometimes forget things. I'm just like, also though, what else are you doing? What else are you doing, bestie?
I really quickly got ready and now we're about to head out to, I'll see you guys later.
Oh, I'm I'm also so glad that she turned on the camera just long enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Does that sound nitpicky? I think so. I think so. I was just like, oh, that's really where we're starting the vlog. But look at this lobby. Okay. Here we are. We're getting a lot of outside footage today. Oh. That was a whole day's worth of footage, and 37 seconds is where we're at in the video. All right, work.
So I ate insecurities for breakfast. This is a subscriber gift that I got months and months ago. Literally on the spoon it says, I eat insecurities for breakfast. And this was from the person who is sending me a bunch of like random items with like lines from my past poetry that I wrote literally forever ago, and this was one of them. I'm actually just going through like a bunch of my stuff. Something that was still like in the office from when I opened that P.O. box because I liked it so much I didn't want to actually use the spoon, but I think I'm actually gonna officially use it. But hello, we have a new era incoming.
I'm just like, also, I don't know why she had to explain why that was sitting in her office for so long. I just assume most of the things that she opens up from P.O. boxings or whatever haul she does mostly just typically sit around for a long time.
So we should talk a little bit about that in a little bit.
Yeah, what's the new era?
Me and you, two best friends. We besties. Okay.
Just me and you and my dog Blue. We can do anything that we wanna do. She's talking to me like Steve from Blue's Clues over here.
Let's do it. So I'm pretty sure everyone and their mama knows that I was going through like a heartbreak era type moment, type deal, type situation. And it was bad.
What is this?
A lot of crying.
What is this? What is this? What is this? Also, am I now supposed to believe that after all of these videos of you crying, you're just magically now over the heartbreak era? I mean, to be honest, I think the heartbreak era was a little over the top to begin with. And again, I'm not going to complain that it's over. But I'm just like, I don't know. For me, if you're having that intense of like back and forth between I'm experiencing heartbreak and now all of a sudden I'm ready to move past it and I'm good. I mean, I think it's possible. I think the part that makes it like hard to believe is that like she doesn't take us along for these rides. So now we're just like, heartbreak era's over. We're good. And I'm like, okay, how did we get here?
But there's even more of like what you didn't see.
Right.
What I won't talk about.
Sure.
But I have officially reached a point, especially in this last like week or so, where I'm heartbroken, sure, but I'm heartbroken for like what could have been, and that's sad, obviously. But I also know that like I can't just stay sad. I can't just stay heartbroken. I have finally like reached a point where if Feline was even to ask for my back, I would say no. Because I know what we both deserve. So.
Oh, we've come full on back to where we started. We've come full on back to where we started, which is I know what we both deserve, and I know that we can't give each other that. That's where the breakup started. That's where Amberlynn was when she let us know that the breakup happened to begin with. We've gone all the way back to the start. Like, I mean, work diva, I'm glad we're there, but I really also do feel like she mentioned that part about like there's been so much that's happened off camera. Yeah, that's also why I'm like, I guess I'll believe you, but with what proof or evidence? I don't have any. I just have to jump in and be like, we're good to go. Overnight, she's miraculously better. Back to believing that, you know, they're both better off. Okay, let's go.
So I am leaving heartbreak era, and I'm entering like a self-love era. And what that means to me is just like I am absolutely under construction, like as a person, physically, mentally, emotionally, like every single thing about me is like under construction. and I'm like at a spot. And
get your hard hats. get your hard hats out. I don't have a hard hat prop. I don't have any kind of a construction prop, to be serious with you. But get your construction hats out, because the Amberlynn Reed Reaction Factory is a construction site now. We are under construction. We're going through a radical era of just complete self-love. Girl, I feel like you've always been in a self-love era, allegedly. Haven't we always been working on ourselves?
Life where I don't really like myself. I mean, I like who I am as a person, but there's a lot of things that obviously I want to change. And I just feel like through like a self-love era and like a self-love journey, I really want to teach myself like just kindness and patience. And self-love is self-care, and anything from dancing in the shower again to painting my nails. Dancing in the shower.
Bessie, I kind of would like to see, I mean, I don't want to see you in the shower. She does have a whole video where she does a showerlyn tutorial where she like literally records herself showering. I'm interested in like what that looks like, you know? I mean, like, I don't need to see you actually shower. But I would like to, maybe we don't shower. Maybe we step into the shower fully clothed and you show me what you dancing in the shower looks like. But anyways, that's less important than the other thought I had, which is just that, like, this isn't a new era. This idea of, like, I don't love myself, I just need to work on myself and do things that I enjoy and, like, make myself a better person, that's not new. That's not new at all. I feel like literally when she was doing the weight loss surgery stuff, she was saying the same stuff at the beginning of that. And, like, I just need to work on myself. I just need to do better. And, like, honestly, truly, that kind of thing isn't even an era in general, right? Like, I generally believe that, like, we should always be trying to work on ourselves, make ourselves better, etc. So, like, to, like, identify a period of time in your life where you're like, I'm gonna work on this, and I'm just gonna work on making myself better, like, I get that maybe there might be heightened times of working on yourself, but, like, generally, we should all be working on ourselves at all times. That's what Amberlynn has alleged has been happening in the past, too. All of this to say is, like, I love the concept of working on yourself. I love the concept of showing yourself love, doing things that you enjoy, trying to just be a better person. Love all of that. I'm not shitting on her for that. I'm just saying, like, how is this any different than, like, a few months ago? Like, pre-breaking up with wifey.
Putting, like, quality ingredients in my body. Obviously, we can talk more about that.
Sure.
Because this isn't just like a one video situation type deal. Like, this is going to be my life, and this is where I'm currently at. And, you know, I didn't want like a single era, because that implies that I'm like valued or like identified strictly based on like my relationship status, and that's how it's been on YouTube for
right.
a hot minute. Like that's how it's always been. It's always been like, oh, Destiny era or like Feline era, and I don't want that. Like, I want to be.
But miraculously not saying Becky era. We're not talking about Becky. We'll say Destiny's name. But I know why she's not saying Becky's name, and good. Keep her name out your mouth. But it really is true that every, like, significant part of your time here on the internet has been in relationship to a partner, which is why, I mean, if we're really going to use this era terminology, that I am okay with a single era. I think that's completely fine. I feel like you don't want to say you're going to be in a single era because you're working on pulling somebody new in. That's just my hypothesis of why you now no longer want to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be in a single era. But I don't think there's anything wrong with being in a single era per se. I also don't think that she has to have every part of her life be defined as an era. And in fact, also, to some extent, like, whenever I think about, like, an era, it's like looking back, right? So, like, I can look back at the time that she was with Destiny, and yeah, we call that the Destiny era because it was a long period of time where, like, her content was influenced by Destiny. But I don't think you have to, like, set yourself up for any kind of era, right? Like, live your life, have some goals, move with intention, and then, you know, if there is something to call an era later. Like, the community will determine that. It's like you're trying to, you know, make an era happen. It's kind of like Fetch and Mean Girls, right? It's not gonna happen. You just gotta let these things happen naturally. I do really, though, think that, like, being single and, like, just having some time to understand yourself as a person without somebody else's influence is a good thing. I'm just kind of feeling rambly today. I'm so sorry, besties.
My own individual. It's time for me to start, like, loving myself a little bit and treating myself with patience and understanding.
Been waiting.
So up next on the pack with me.
Are we really about to organize, declutter, etc. this same fucking cabinet in her bathroom again? The number of times I've seen her fucking go through this cabinet. I'm not even kidding you. Just in the past year, I can think of multiple videos just sitting here watching her do this. Girl, I'm good. I don't need to see your fragrances, your body sprays, your mists, your deodorants, she probably has, if I recall correctly, she used to just sit her toothbrush, just raw dog her toothbrush in this cabinet. I don't need to see all this again.
Journey.
Oh, it's empty.
I just emptied out.
Oh, it's empty.
All of this and put it all on my sink.
Of course.
Yes,
of course.
I did.
Of course.
Because I am going to go through all of it, and I'm only going to keep the stuff that I actually want to take with me on this move.
What a concept.
This is the scale I got.
It's
the XL 550, and this one actually works amazing.
Why is it in a basket in your cabinet of your bathroom? Didn't we see you weigh in on it? I don't understand why it's sitting there.
I actually have it up here.
Oh.
Because I have nowhere on the floor to keep it right now, so I just keep it up there until I'm ready to use it.
Okay.
Alright, so here's an update. We're getting there, folks. So far, the things that I don't really want, I'm just putting right here and flinging that she was going to go through them.
That's such a small amount of things, considering how much stuff is no longer sitting on the sink. You're keeping a shit ton of things. All right, work.
Pile. There's just a lot of random things.
Okay. Is also putting all the things you don't want on the back of your toilet the best place to put that stuff? You're already running out of space for that, you know? So now I'm about to go through all this medicine. Oh my god. That is a lot of medicine. I'm not really a medicine girly. Like, I'll take Tylenol here and there. I'm not really a medicine girly, but look at all the medicine that I have? Question mark. But these have been collected through my last 2 relationships, so I'm gonna go through them. So a good example of this is this expired in 2021. Okay. We're now in 2023. And here we have some heartburn stuff that expired in 2020. I don't get heartburn. It's very, very rare. Does she not? Hasn't she come on here and talked about fucking heartburn before? I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look. While I'm editing, I'll look. And then if you don't see any clips, it's probably because I didn't find anything. If you see clips, it's because I went and looked and I found some. I also noticed heartburn. I don't get heartburn, but ever since I started taking Ozempic, I noticed I'm getting a little bit of heartburn, so that has... having the worst heartburn right now. I binged again. I feel so sick. I have heartburn, I have indigestion, my gallstones hurt so bad. I almost wish it was, because my ass is getting heartburn. So, lemonade gives me heartburn, but I don't care. I'm having some major heartburn. I feel like it's from the chocolate and in this moment. And the minute I took a sip, it gave me heartburn, and I kind of regretted it because I didn't know how it was going to treat my bladder or my kidneys. But I wanted lemonade, which lemonade gives me heartburn. Like, why was I craving that? Like, I was in there craving every sort of liquid.
in. This is amazing. I no longer have heartburn. Woo woo. Wait, I think it got in my nose. I'm getting heartburn. Those were really good. I'm like having some major heartburn situations going on. It's just like today. And I'm struggling with water brash, which means water is giving me heartburn. I have acid reflux problems anyways, and it's just the water is making it worse. And it just started.
I just love it.
Now I have heartburn. Oh my god, now I have heartburn. Does sour ever give you heartburn?
Like, but it's so worth it.
It's so serious. I don't know. I just thought it was like the funniest thing in the world, so I just had to show you guys. Oh my god, I'm having heartburn. So this vlog is so bad, you guys. Alright, so I went through all the medicine. Majority of it wasn't even close to mine, or it was expired.
Okay.
Literally the only things that I saved: ibuprofen, Tylenol, and just in case I get heartburn.
Now, not this girly being like, I don't really get heartburn. I gotta get rid of this heartburn medicine. And then being like, well, I am gonna keep these Tums. Girl, you get heartburn. You get heartburn. Get out of here.
Expires in 2025, so I have time just in case. And then I have a thermometer. So now I have to figure out what to do with this.
You don't have to do anything with it.
I guess I could put my like hand soaps in here. I mean, this is just for now, since I am packing. But. So we have hand soaps in one spot. Guess we can put lotion in another.
Wow.
I just have a white t-shirt by Bath & Body Works, one of my faves. And I guess we could do body spray.
Yeah,
These.
like I mentioned, y'all, I don't need to see her organize her fragrances and scents and lotions and shit like that. Like, I don't. I just don't. I don't.
Oh, I only have 4. Just 4. So this is how it's looking now. Nice and organized. Looks super empty, but I love that. Y'all, look at all these freaking candles that I have to go through.
That's
I have
nuts.
already started.
That's
oh my god, I have so many candles.
Actually fucking nuts. But also, I think this is a good moment for some self-awareness, Amberlynn, because you're like, look at all these candles that I have to go through. You know how you can prevent this in the future? You know how? You just don't buy shit you don't need. And this is just another example of anytime she shows us her going through these things lately as she's packing or whatever it is she's doing, when she goes through all of this stuff, it's just clear that she has so much stuff that she's bought that she has never used, will never use, doesn't need. From just this video where we've seen the medicine, where we've seen the candles now, to I think the last video I reacted to that had all the scrunchies, to even when she does those like closet cleanouts, you know, even when she's just going through her closet, how many times has she pulled out stuff and said, I've never worn this before? You just don't have to get these many things. You don't have to have all of this stuff. You can live a life free of this clutter. I believe it. Think about all the things you could be using these shelves for that aren't these candles that you've never used before. Although some of them look used, like this one right here at the top, that looks a little used. But I just, listen, live your truth. I also know that there are people out there that love candles. So again, like, we're talking about this in the context of Amberlynn, who every time she's shown us anything that she was cleaning and organizing, she's had way more than the average person of, right? I do know that there are candle girlies out there that do collect candles and do take it very seriously, but then they don't have 12 other hordes of items where they have too much of something that they're never going to use. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Are we on the same page?
And then down here, I have tons of like wax melts.
Oh my god!
This is going to be like a whole project, a completely different day.
Clearly.
I just want to say something.
Okay,
that
say
for me feels like self-love is I'm no longer going to be getting high. Today is day 1. Trust me, I completely understand, like, getting high. It makes things feel better mentally. I know for me, I feel better when I'm high. But it's not doing me good.
Here we are. We are really coming. Everything with her just always comes back around because this is what she was saying pre-breakup. She had already said this exact same thing pre-breakup, that, like, she doesn't mind getting high, that it's okay to get high, blah, 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 blah. She's saying all those things. And now she's like, well, I just know I'm not my best me when I do that. And so I'm not going to do that anymore. I know it's not really actually helping me. Which is all I was trying to say the whole time. She was always talking about Delta 8 during the breakup era. That's every single time she brought it up. I'm like, all right, you feel good now, but you're using it to cope with your emotions and not actually deal with them. You're using it to mask your sadness. And you've already acknowledged that that's why you do it. You know what? It's a good thing I'm going on vacation. It's a good thing I'm going on vacation.
Ever since Lynn and I broke up, I have been getting high every single day.
Believe
all
it.
Day long.
Believe
and
it.
After the 15 days of uploading, it kind of just got worse. So I need to stop. So today is day 1. I just noticed that, like, yeah, it might make me feel better, like, mentally while I'm high, but in the long run, you know, it's doing more bad for me.
Okay, thank you.
And maybe we could talk about that in a future time.
The next time you say that you're doing it, I'm going to come back to this video and we're going to talk about it. Because, girl, exactly.
But I more so just wanted to share that this is going to be hard, but I'm going to be able to do it.
You're good.
Am I going to get high in the future? Probably. But it's not going to be for hot.
Day 1 sounding very promising, Amberlynn. It's sounding so promising. It's just like you want to believe in her. You really do. And then you hear her say things like that. And it's just like, what? I'm just, what am I doing here? I'm tired of looking like the fool for being optimistic for you, Amberlynn. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep being optimistic and hopeful, but girl.
A minute. I'm talking months and months and months. Like last time, I said I'm never going to drink again. I stuck to that. I have not drank since April 2022,
Work.
So I got this. Hello. It has been a hot minute since I spoke to you guys. It was time for Popsicle. I love it, okay? I know there's quite a few of you who also enjoy it.
Who enjoys it? Who enjoys it? Actually, no. I was gonna try to say that there was something I enjoyed about it, but I don't because one, it's just a reimagined Q&A moment. It's just a way for her to answer the same 12 questions about herself. But then two, it will continue to irritate me until she's done with the stupid Popsicle segment. It will continue to irritate me that this started out as a visual representation, her words, not mine, of her weight loss. And we've just completely thrown that out. And now it's just a glorified fucking Q&A. That's all it is. And now I'm even more convinced that the person in my Twitch chat who had suggested that the 2 plane ticket part of this title was just referring to an old story, because I'm sure that this is gonna wrap up the video, and I'm sure it's gonna be somebody asking about, like, have you ever been on a plane? Are you concerned about flying with your weight? It's gonna be some kind of question like that, and she's gonna tell this old ass story. And that's all it's gonna be.
So thank you. So we're gonna do number 26. What is a weight loss strategy you'll never try again?
Octavia.
Oh, that's easy. Octavia.
See, and that's what I'm saying. She's answered that question so many times. Poe, come here. But yeah, she's answered that so many times that like I know what her answer is. People have asked her, what are diets you'll never do again? What is a diet you'll never try again? Oh my gosh.
What was I thinking? That era, that's a no for me. All right, let's do another one. we have number 18. Should fat people have to buy 2 plane tickets? So the way that I see it is, if there is a plane seat that is being taken, then you need to pay for it. If you are wide width, aka like me, I'm a wide one. I'm sure you guys can tell. I would need to buy 2 tickets. And if you're asking if I think it should be allowed, yes. Because if I am taking up 2 seats, then I need to buy 2 seats. I don't think it's discrimination or anything like that. I just think that's like common sense.
I have to say, I never really love hearing Amberlynn talk through, like, conversations about discrimination, or even fat phobia, because her takes on fat phobia are always kind of curious to me, or, like, fat shaming, or, like, discrimination against fat people. I understand what her logic here is, and I guess I don't disagree with it. The one thing that I always think is interesting is there was a period of time, I guess, a few months ago, where like every other week there was some kind of conversation happening on Twitter or other places on the internet about like fat people not fitting well onto airplanes and stuff like that, and people getting mad and being like, well, you should just not be fat or whatever. And I think honestly, for me, that is just like so silly because, you know, I'm not like too fat to fit in one airplane seat, but as a like tall person, I just feel like we should always be advocating for like just airplanes to be designed better, to like give everybody more room. Like that's what I don't understand why we're not advocating for more, because, you know, if I don't want to be cramming my legs into like the small area of airplane seats, I literally have to pay extra to be in like a different space, which I get. That's like kind of what she's saying, right? But like I'll have to be paying extra to sit in like preferred seating, or some places make you pay extra to be in like the exit row or the emergency exit row, you know what I'm saying? And so I just think like, why not just like try to make the planes a little bit more accommodating, right? I mean, I think at some point it's like, how accommodating can you be? Like you probably can only do so much, but I don't know. I guess not the response I was expecting from her, because I was kind of anticipating her saying that it was like discrimination, that like planes aren't built or made for fatter people or things like that. But work. I mean, I don't know why she's so concerned, because I don't think she's getting ready to take any flights anytime soon, which is another reason why these Q&A popsicle stick things are so silly to me, because so many of them are also like, at this point, because there's only so much we can ask about Amberlynn, a lot of these things are hypothetical, right? Like, this is a hypothetical situation for Amberlynn because she's probably not going to get on an airplane anytime soon.
Because let's just say, I'm going on a plane. I bought myself 1 ticket. I go to sit down, and my whole freaking left butt cheek is taking up half of the other seat. You think someone's going to want to sit by me? No, probably not. That would literally leave that person with an already small freaking seat with an even smaller seat.
Well, right, that's also my point, is like, I think we could advocate for like wider aisles, wider seats. I think in general, everybody would be probably a little bit more comfortable with a little bit more room.
And it wouldn't be fair to them, like, at all.
But sure, I don't disagree.
From experience, because I've had to buy 2 plane tickets before.
And when was that?
It was actually embarrassing because I had already been checked in, I was ready to go, I was just waiting to get on the plane, and then they pulled me up to the little spot. I don't know what you call it, but it was just like a spot where the workers were, and there was like not a desk. What is it? I don't know. They were just like standing there. And they said I had to buy their ticket. Yeah, that was embarrassing.
And see, this is my other problem with these Q&As, is she's like stretching, like, you know, this hasn't happened in the past, 7 or 8 years that she's been on YouTube. So she's literally pulling deep into the archives of her brain to pull out this story from years ago. I'm just so sick of Q&A related stuff. I'd rather sit and watch you organize your candles, to be honest. Let's do that content.
I was 17 years old. It did happen. Yes, it did. But it makes sense. So I think I've done 2 questions. Let's just do a third.
3
is a good number. 39. What is the
39.
main obstacle to you achieving weight loss? Definitely, like, I'm a food addict. I emotionally eat. I am weak when it comes to my addiction. Like, that is definitely the biggest struggle for sure. I'm gonna try to get back to, like, filming a little bit more.
Please.
I know I haven't been filming much, but bear with me. I'm just going through the ringer right now, okay? And I also want to
But the heartbreak era is over, girly girl. You said it yourself.
Thank you so much to the people who have reached out to me. Like, it has meant the world. Because a lot of you know I'm going through a tough time, and there's a lot of empathetic people who follow me, so I appreciate you guys a ton. Anyways, love you guys.
I appreciate her focusing on the positivity. I appreciate it. That was... Ooh. Part of me is like, I really don't mind her taking a break, because she did talk about, like, you know, I got a little burnt out posting every day for 15 days. I am going through some stuff. And I do kind of, like, support the concept of, like, okay, you're going through some stuff. Like, stay off YouTube. Come back when you have something interesting to show us, you know? And that doesn't feel... That's not what this vlog was. This vlog was not her coming back with anything interesting. Outside of telling us that she somehow made it all the way back to the start of, like... You know what? We know what we deserve. Wifey and I both deserve great things, and we can't give that to each other. So I'm ending the heartbreak era and starting a self-love era. All right. Okay. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. I'm gonna go on vacation. I'll make sure to check in with you from time to time on, like, the Twitter and the Instagram if you want to keep up with me. But otherwise, probably no new videos until Monday, I'm guessing, at the earliest. Who knows? Something could come up, but keep your expectations low. Keep your expectations low, like the bar that Amberlynn has in hell for when it comes to creative and original content on her channel. I love you all so much. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below, hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all of my social media. I had so much fun today, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!